What's up, guys? Today's video is going to be about the lifestyle of a digital nomad, what that means, basic outline of how people can go about acquiring this lifestyle, and my own personal plans. But before we go any further, let's run that low budget intro, baby.
On the road again.
Pure art. Anyway, so what is a digital nomad? A digital nomad is anyone whose job is location independent. So they basically telecommute on the interwebs and do their job without actually having to be in a specific location at a specific time to do so. And this type of job would be perfect for someone like me who wants to travel the world and see as much of it as they can. But a lot of people make the mistake of thinking that getting a job remotely and working and being a digital nomad means that you just have freedom, right? They think that this means you can sit on a beach all the time, drinking mimosas, doing whatever you want. And although a lot of remote jobs do have flexible hours, you will often need to be available for meetings and interacting with your coworkers, which can be an issue if you're living in a foreign country. But the reality of the situation is that most people who work as digital nomads actually end up working more hours than if they were working in an office. This can be because they need to make themselves available for meetings, like I mentioned, or also just because it's hard to separate your home life from your work life when you're dictating what time is what. So now you might be asking yourself, how do I become a digital nomad? There are a lot of answers to this. The first thing that usually comes to mind for most people is anything CS related, becoming a programmer, an app developer, a website developer, anything like that. There's also anything, social media related, being a social media marketer, any kind of digital marketing really, becoming a digital entrepreneur of any kind, any sort of business you can run online. These are all options. But if you don't have a CS degree or have a lot of experience programming or don't like programming in general, there are a lot of other options. I'm going to go through some of these to give you an idea, but this is by no means an exhaustive list. A really popular job for digital nomads is to become an English teacher. So a lot of people do this online, but you can also do it physically in the country that you choose to go to. The pay is pretty good for the education and the certificates that you need to get started. And what's also great about this is you can do it on top of another job if you wanted to make some extra income on the side. Another popular job choice for digital nomads is to become a content creator, right? A blogger, a vlogger, make your own podcast. What's important about doing this is to niche down, to choose something that you're either passionate or knowledgeable about and post often, and make sure that you're posting quality content. And if you have any sort of kind of individualistic flair that you can add to it, you're pretty sure to at least gain some sort of traction and take off at some point. You just got to stick to it. So another popular online job right now is dropshipping. If you don't know what this is, go ahead and look it up. But basically, it's you make an online store, usually using Shopify, and then you work through a manufacturer to kind of post things online. People order from your store, and then they get it shipped to them from the manufacturer directly. So once you take off, you might buy things in bulk and store them yourself. But in the beginning, it's very low startup because you don't actually purchase it. In the beginning, you just kind of put it on a website and then contact the manufacturer with the orders that you get every day. Another popular job is to become a content writer. So this is someone who makes text for advertising and marketing online. Another option is to become a self-published author. Making an ebook is really lucrative in the long run. If you can make something that people are interested in, it's a lot of upfront work. You write the book, but then once you've written it, it's done. It's low upfront costs, and it can just continue to make you money forever. There are also a lot of more freelance type jobs that you can do, such as photographers, video editors, graphic designers. With these type of jobs, the income is going to be less steady. You're usually going to do a contract by contract basis. But what's nice about these is, again, you can supplement another job with them, or you can do multiple clients at a time and just kind of build up a basis and snowball over time. You can do recruiting for a company, or online coaching is very popular. You could become a life coach, a fitness coach, a gaming coach, YouTube video content creator coach. Please help me. I think that's a pretty good list to get you started thinking about different avenues you might be able to take yourself to become a digital nomad if that's something that interests you. As for myself, like I've said before, I have a mechanical engineering degree. While I was getting this degree, I learned some coding, but I'm by no means an expert. So right now what I'm doing is trying to become a data scientist. So I am taking online courses to learn more about programming in general and data science as a whole. In today's world, we collect a lot of data about pretty much everything. And data scientist is a relatively new role that's kind of emerged recently, and it is some sort of hybrid between a statistician, a data analyst, and a computer scientist. The role of a data scientist is to not only collect large amounts of unruly data and clean it into a more usable format, but then to make visual representations that can be easily understood by their employer or client at the time to solve whatever business related problems that they might be trying to use this data to solve. But what's important for a data scientist as opposed to like a data analyst is that a data scientist really needs to understand what the data is saying and be able to understand the patterns and really draw the conclusions from the data themselves as opposed to just kind of like making the data usable. Anyways, that's it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time.